get this show on the road.
Howdy folks, driving the KV-1 today. 640 hit points, 34 kilometers per hour, 75 mil hull armor, but 110 mil turret. That's the upgraded turret. This is a pretty tough tank, especially when it's in a hold down position. The guns are what I really like about it though. The second from the top is a project gun. 112 mil penetration, 85 hit points of damage. But look at that rate of fire, 26.09 rounds per minute. Just fire 2 rounds in rapid succession. It can fire faster than it can aim, and it can aim pretty fast. Cannot, however, drive over these little hunks of concrete, which did not look terribly substantial to me. But I guess it is enough to stop a tank in real life, at the right angle. So we're going to move into the town, and this match, the KV-1 is top tier. There's only one tank rated higher in this match. And we're wasting our time going after that M7. There's just so many guys looking at it. Panzer 3-4, on the other hand, I know from driving that it can get damaged by just about anything it runs into. We're moving up. Now there's a Stug. Stug's no problem. That L-70 on the Stug can destroy us, but it doesn't fire nearly as fast. You can track him and stay out of the way. Stug makes a decent pairing as well for the KV-1. It's that slower firing but powerful L-70 can do the damage, and then your fast firing project gun can keep the enemy off while your Stug is reloading. Now I tried to do a little side scraping there, but really all I'm doing is sticking the back of my tank in front of our own Stug, so let's move up and see what's going on in the cap circle, because it looks like we're being capped by more than one tank, and we don't really have anyone up there to do a reset. So we'll go have a look. We're going to have to be moderately cautious here. Take them on one at a time. This guy's playing security for whoever's capping. We have enough time to convince him to move off. And that Churchill, he's probably running the 75 mil cannon, I believe. So he's not going to get through our turret at least. I'm going to go after the 3-4 first. Some people would say you should come out and put a round into each capper. But we have the time here to do it one at a time, and I don't really want to drive out in front of a Martyr, a Stug, a Hetzer, and a 3-4. Let them all fire back while I'm trying to slow down the capper. In this case, I believe it makes sense to take them on one at a time. And now we're down to 387 health from that engagement with the Churchill 1. And if you watch what's happening, the tracks on our KV are soaking up all that damage. Now Churchill has roughly the same points as us. Troll frontal hull. Side not so bad. The turret, that's the place to shoot. And all they left is a Martyr 38T. That just sort of fell apart very fast. Looks like our Martyr will be able to, well, he should. That's not looking very good. How fast does that 38T fire? Well, okay. Try and come around behind, and oh, the leash should distract it. Try a snapshot. And we got him. And even if we didn't, we'd still have another round heading towards him before he got a chance to fully turn. So, just under 20,000 credits, 1,700 experience. There's no premium account here. It's undoubled. Got the Top Gun medal and Defender. A little over 1,200 in damage, again, for Tier 5. That's adequate. That's not bad at all. And still a good team. I'm not the only one getting the kills, obviously. I only got 6. 38 shots fired. I was spamming them out. 25 of those were hits. 21 of those went in. Most of those bounce would have been on that Churchill. Here's another match. I believe it's Fjords. I always get confused because the name on the display is always different from the name of the replay. But we're going to take it over to Heavy Tank Corner, being a heavy and top tier. That's where I like to go. And this tank can get there. It's surprisingly, this tank is fast enough to get down there without taking fire from that defile straight ahead of us. So we'll follow this T-46 after taking out some frustration on this red building for some reason. Looks like the T-46 might have done the same. So we call it Heavy Tank Corner, but really we've got a light tank, a tank destroyer, and one heavy. In retrospect, they were probably waiting for me to just roll around the corner and lead the way, soak up some hits. But I assumed that this was an ambush. That's the plan. Okay, we're sitting here, we're going to do an ambush. So this is always where your team dies when you're going the other way. So let's see if our enemies are dumb enough to drive around the corner. And it seems they're not. The medium's pulling back. Martyr's going to try and get an angle. I'm kind of in my teammate's face, so I'll pull ahead a bit. Chihei is, I think, doing some damage and taking some damage. And start moving up. I'm going to wait and let my teammate finish his target. Okay, I'll go up and engage that Martyr. 2 rounds for him. Let's push. So we've got a Matilda coming. He's not going to wait either. Our 3-4 is welcome to breakfast any day. Like I said, those things do not do well in the open against the KV-1. And there's your proof. I think in the late 30s is when the Germans first started running into these KV-1s. It sent them scrambling back to the drawing boards. They thought they had pretty good armor, and they did. But against tanks like this, more thought was required. .38T. 1 round, knocks him down to half. Now, if you've seen the Stug video, you recognize this area we're approaching, just from a different direction. And beyond that, there's a Stuart. And this quick-firing gun does not give you time to react if you're out in the open and you start taking fire. 2 misses, but just keep firing and there it is. So yeah, a bit noobish. I'm not fully waiting for it to aim, because I know sooner or later the gods of RNG are going to put that round in the middle. I just keep firing. And it takes him out. T-49 gives me a nudge. I think he wants that 38T that I hit earlier. And look at him go. Pinning him like a rock star. Let's make a sandwich. Exactly where we jumped that tank in the Stug. I really like this map. And to his credit, our T-49 has a good sense of humor about it. Instead of saying kill steal, he knows we're doing a sandwich. So, it's a good tank, especially in top tier. If you're bottom tier, totally different story. You really got to play a lot more carefully if you want to stay alive if you're bottom tier in this thing. It's almost a scout tank at that point. But in a top tier match like this, just whip around, have a lot of fun, blow off some stress. And we finish by cap, as our RD is probably not going to get to the enemy in time. You got to give him credit though that he already did try to reset. So 18,000 credits, 658 experience. It's adequate. Not quite as good as the first match, but just, fun. Driving over other tanks. Would never have thought you could do that in a KV-1, but there you have it. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there.